session 2 of Cooking with Dads. This is Paul. I'm Brian.
Hello.
Paul's our chef today. And do you want to describe what your dish is?
I'm gonna make stuffed seashells that have hamburger in them with cheese on top. It's like a spaghetti sauce, but it's stuffed inside of a seashell.
Perfect. So what do you do first?
Put on the seashells first, so they boil first, because they gotta boil 3/4 of the way through.
Okay.
Brian, you wanna put those in the pot for
I
me?
can do so.
Thank you. And then I'm going to, you have a pair of scissors?
We do.
Please and thank you. Just so I can open hamburger. And then once that's heated up, I'll put the hamburger in it. I have to wait for the pan to heat up. So I will cut the onion instead. You can put big pieces, or you can put small pieces. It all depends on the type of onion that you want. I'm going to put small pieces, because it's a lot easier. Nope.
Now, where did you get this recipe from?
My mom actually comes from my grandmother. It started with my grandmother, and then my grandmother showed my mom, and then my mom showed me. And now my kids love it. It's cheap, it's easy, it's quick,
Excellent.
and it's another way to have spaghetti.
What size of pan do we need for when you go to put it together?
On average, the same size as the cutting board.
Okay.
On average. Perfect, thank you.
Different working with gloves on, right?
Yep. But that's okay.
You want oil in the pan for the hamburger?
Nope. Nothing.
Okay.
If I don't cut them up small, then they don't cook right. Because you want fried onion. Why, when I'm done with the onions, I'll change my gloves and put on different gloves to do the other.
Are you heating the sauce up at all, or do I just put it into a container?
Nope, sauce stays like that because once the seashells go in the pan, I put a little bit of sauce in the bottom, seashells on top of them, then the rest of the sauce on top.
Okay. Gloves are hard to put on when your hands are sweaty.
Fry up hamburger. Can I have the onions, Brian? Please? You don't want to put them all in, you only want to put half of them in. So you have two different textures of onion. Thank you.
Now, do you cook the hamburger all the way through for this recipe? Do you
The
put onions in top?
hamburger gets cooked all the way through, but the pasta gets done as al dente. Not much. Don't want spicy. Garlic.
Nope.
Oh, no, Italian. Some Italian. Thank you. And salt. And that would be it. Make sure it's cooked all the way through, 15-20 minutes. It all depends on if you want crispy hamburger or non-crispy. I don't make it too crispy. Because then you'll still have the flavor. Okay.
That's it.
No, not yet. Not yet. This is the only long part. Just waiting for the hamburger to cook. I'm gonna pass down about 2 seconds, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of sauce in the bottom of the pan for the shells. But then I have to let the shells cool down a bit so I can be able to touch them because they're gonna be really hot. And I don't feel like burning my hands today. Nope, nope, nope. You want to try and get rid of all the big clumps of hamburger. Can you strain that for me, Brian?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Can you strain it and just add cold water in the pot and leave them in the pot with cold water?
I can do so.
Please and thank you. Okay, and now I'm going to take the rest of the onion and put the rest of the onion in it now because these ones are already all melted down. Put some onion in.
Welcome.
And now I'm going to take a little bit of sauce and put a little bit of sauce in the bottom of here. You have a rag, Brian, for the bottom of the can? So it doesn't go all over the counter?
Thinking of everything.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Actually. And then instead of using your hand to spread it properly this way so then there's no gaps. Come on. There you go. And move hamburger in bowl. Let that cool down for a minute though.
Would you like me to drain the noodles again now that they're cold?
Not yet. Not yet. Can you rinse that for me, Brian?
Well, certainly.
Please and thank you. And then we add a little bit of sauce, not much. A little bit of sauce, a little bit of cheese. A little bit of sauce. Not much cheese, just enough to say that there is cheese in there. We'll hold it together. A small spoon of stuff them, it's easier.
So right now it's really hot there.
Yeah, right now it's really way too hot to. But you want just enough cheese just to melt it to keep it together. And enough sauce just to add color. Then you can dump those shells, Brian. Now you can. And then we let that cool down for a minute. And then we stuff them. You can stop it if you want. You got like 10 minutes before you can actually do it. Because you gotta let it sit so it absorbs all the flavors. If it doesn't absorb the flavors, it's not done right.
And once you put it in the oven, how long does it bake for?
15 minutes in the oven at the most. Just enough for the cheese to brown. Cheese to melt and brown, because these are 3/4 cooked. Once you put the hamburger in it, with the heat from the hamburger and the sauce, it finishes cooking them. So then once they're in the oven with the melted cheese, then they'll be done. So 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes in the oven.
Just trying to get the water outside from inside the shells out.
Well, isn't it fun when the water stays in the shell? Okay. So now you take your seashells, open them up, put your hamburger in them. place them in the pan. Make sure you place them so they're all not touching, or you're not gonna get them out right. This is the longest part. The stuffing. One scoop should be good for each one. And if you have extra, that's when you put it all on top. Get in there.
Okay.
So this recipe that you're doing, how
Yes.
many will feed typically?
Typically, a family of 4 to 5.
Okay, and it's under $25.
Yep.
Just
Under 25 bucks. Under 25 bucks and under an hour to make for a family of 5, which is actually pretty quick and easy. I think. Mushrooms and green peppers, and you can put any veggie you want in it. You don't even have to put veggies. Some people do, some people don't. I know people that make them without the hamburger and just cheese.
a nice ricotta cheese in the middle would be nice.
Yep. I don't make it with the ricotta because the kids don't like the ricotta. And usually I make it with Catelli spaghetti sauce, but Bravo actually makes it taste better.
I was gonna ask you, why specifically Bravo?
Because once Bravo is heated up, it's got a cheese flavor to it.
Ah,
Now since you have all of them stuffed, you make sure they're all flat on their backs. Take the rest of the first can of sauce, sprinkle it on the top. Then take your cheese. You gotta do it in layers. Cheese on top. More sauce. Gotta have lots of sauce. And then the rest of the cheese. And there you go. And then that goes in the oven. Let's stick that in the oven for 15-20 minutes in 350. Till the cheese is golden brown, and then it is cooked. Take them out of the oven. Now it's all melted. Alrighty, so there you go. You got your stuffed seashells, and now you divide them in individual pieces. See, and you got 1, 2, a little bit of sauce, and put a little bit of sauce on top, like so. There we
voila.
go. Thank you. Enjoy. We make 3 boxes, because that's how many we usually have to make for everybody. Like, I can eat the whole pan on my own.
Well, here you go. This is Paul's stuffed pasta with cheese, pasta shells with cheese. Thank you, Paul.
I hope you enjoy it.
I'm sure we will, and we will let you know how we rate these.
Alrighty, thank you. Thank you for watching.